Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Renegade Immortal episode number 294 based on novel. So let's start. At this moment, Wang Lin walked out from the vortex in the sky. The moment he appeared, his mind trembled and he suddenly looked toward the Wind Demon country. He vaguely felt a monstrous resentment toward him. This feeling appeared only for an instant before it disappeared as if it was never there. Behind him, Sichu Nan and company appeared. They floated in the air and looked down. Aside from Master Hollow Wind, this was the first time everyone else had come here. Although the three Chen brothers belonged to a rank 7 country, they previously weren't interested in the demon spirit land. Now that they arrived, they couldn't help but look around. After returning to a familiar place, Wang Lin felt regretful. His first thought wasn't to go to the Celestial Cave but to check the Soul Refining Tribe. Back then, he had to flee, so he was in a rush. Thinking about it now, he felt regretful. The Soul Refining Tribe was created to complete the last wish of Master Dan Tien. I wonder if it still exists, and there is also 13. Wang Lin couldn't forget the loyal 13 that followed him. In his life, he had only met one person as loyal as 13. Thinking about 13, another person appeared in Wang Lin's mind. Hu Pao. 13's loyalty and Hu Pao's betrayal became a stark contrast that was engraved in Wang Lin's mind. He couldn't forget how he slaughtered into an army of more than 100,000 in the Demon General's city to save those two people. At that time, he didn't know that Hu Pao had already betrayed him, but even if he did, he still would have done it. He couldn't forget what he said that day while looking at the sky as if he was trying to prove his Tao. There are things in this world that are meant to be and some that aren't. Cultivators seek immorality and to escape from fate. Normally, they would avoid disaster and welcome the heavens. 13 and Hu Pao have no relationship with me. I went against the will of the Demon General, meaning I went against the demon country. This was not worth considering for those that only cared about the benefits. I'm not a gentleman or a villain. I'm not sincere or hypocritical. It's just that there are certain things in this world I must do. However, I, Wang Lin, walk within this world not to seek to follow the Tao of the heavens, I seek to have no regrets in my heart. From this point of view, I'm not suited to become a cultivator. However, there are certain things I must do. If I don't save 13, then what Tao am I searching for? Wang Lin let out a sigh as he looked at the familiar world. He slapped his bag of holding and a palm-sized compass appeared in his hand. This was something that was necessary to enter the 4th cave. After handing this to Sichu Nan and explaining the details of releasing some of the restrictions, Sichu Nan looked meaningfully at Wang Lin. He understood Wang Lin enough to know that Wang Lin was going to meet some old friends. As a result, he didn't waste any time. With his cultivation, along with Master Hollow Wind, the woman in silver, the 3 Chen brothers, and Big Head, it wouldn't be hard to break these restrictions. The real difficulty would likely be at the final restriction. Sichu Nan opened the token according to Wang Lin's method. They all disappeared and entered the Celestial Cave to begin breaking the restrictions by force. There were countless restrictions inside the Celestial Cave. Only by breaking all of them could they enter the core, and that was their target. Unlike the Allseer and Ling Qianhu, who had already broken all the restrictions in their caves, Wang Lin's progress was lacking. Moreover, Wang Lin still had the token to the cave in his hands. As long as he was in the demon spirit land, he could enter the cave at any time. With Wang Lin's current cultivation, he just had to make some slight changes to the token so that Sichu Nan and company wouldn't be attacked by the spirit of the cave. After solving this problem, Wang Lin pondered for a bit, then his divine sense slowly spread out. With his current Nirvana Scrya cultivation, he easily covered the entire demon spirit land with his divine sense. Just as Wang Lin's divine spread out, his divine sense inside the black stone statue being worshipped by the Soul Refining Tribe suddenly released a black light. This black light was filled with endless coldness and a mysterious force shot into the sky. The moment it touched Wang Lin's divine sense, they integrated together. The black light from the statue gradually became stronger until it covered more than half of the sky above the fire demon country. Countless soul-refining tribe members stared dumbfoundedly at the ancestor's statue. It wasn't certain who reacted first, but some people immediately knelt down on the ground. Then almost all the soul-refining tribe members knelt down with excitement in their eyes. The ancestor's spirit has manifested. The ancestor's spirit has manifested. Roars spread like rumbling echoes across the city. Ouyang Hua's eyes revealed a look of disbelief, and he looked at 13. At this moment, 13 was trembling as he looked into the sky. He had a vague feeling. Ancestor has returned. Ouyang Hua took a deep breath and ecstasy flashed through his eyes. He respected Wang Lin from the bottom of his heart, but even more than respect, there was fear. It was precisely due to this fear that even though the soul-refining tribe continued to grow larger, he didn't dare to rebel at all. Wang Lin's eyes shined brightly and revealed a strange light. He naturally saw the soul-refining tribe with his divine sense and found that it had expanded greatly. This wasn't important. What made him feel disbelief was the mysterious power that had just integrated with his divine sense. Wang Lin had cultivated for over 1,000 years and encountered many different kinds of powers. However, he had never encountered one like this before. He couldn't tell what kind of feeling it was, but the moment that mysterious power integrated with him, he felt countless images flashing through his mind. Without exception, all these images were the soul-refining tribe worshipping the statue. They were all filled with unimaginable fanaticism. It was as if as long as the statue gave an order, they would do it no matter the cost, even if they lost their lives, they would have no regrets. This kind of terrifying frenzy even moved Wang Lin. It was the worship for millions of soul-refining tribe members toward this stone statue for the past hundreds of years that created this strange force that even Wang Lin didn't understand. While pondering, Wang Lin took a step and disappeared. When he reappeared, he was above the capital of the Fire Demon country. Standing here, he was able to see the scene of millions of people kneeling. Speaking of millions of people might make it sound like it's not a lot, but looking at it in person, he saw an endless sea of people cover the ground. There were flags sticking out everywhere that danced in the wind, and the wails of the soul fragments filled the world. The moment Wang Lin appeared, all of the soul fragments let out sharp cries as if they had encountered their true master. Ouyang Hua's body trembled and revealed excitement that he hadn't shown in hundreds of years. He stared blankly at Wang Lin and said, "Ouyang Hua greets Ancestor. I welcome Ancestor's return." After he spoke, some people almost immediately looked up and saw Wang Lin. Almost every single tribe member who saw Wang Lin felt a buzz in their brain. They had no doubts as they immediately recognized this person as the person they had been worshipping for hundreds of years, their ancestor, Wang Lin. All of this was because of the stone statue. It was a carving of Wang Lin. Ancestor. It really is Ancestor. Ancestor has returned. Ancestor didn't abandon us. Ancestor has returned. Bursts of shouts filled with surprise and frenzy soon rumbled like thunder. Millions of people became excited at once, and their shouting caused even the earth to tremble. Even the clouds in the sky had to retreat. Welcome, Ancestor. It was unknown who said it first, but eventually, millions of soul-refining tribe members shouted at once. Even Wang Lin's ears buzzed. Even with Wang Lin's mental strength, he was startled. He could clearly feel white gas come out of these people and go to the stone statue at the center of the capital. The stone statue absorbed it all, becoming even more smooth and giving off a demonic feel. The soul-refining tribe members' gazes were all filled with excitement that even shocked Wang Lin. 13 rushed through the crowd and knelt down before Wang Lin. Although his body was trembling, his voice was the loudest it had been in hundreds of years. 13 welcomes the return of Ancestor. 13's words ignited the enthusiasm of the countless tribe members. In addition, more white gas floated out from everyone and entered the black statue. Soul flags began to wave as if a black sea had suddenly appeared. The soul fragments flew out from the flags and shrouded the entire Fire Demon country in a black fog. The number of soul fragments was unimaginable. Looking at the people of the soul-refining tribe, Wang Lin found some of them familiar, though he couldn't remember their names. They were obviously elders that were around when he was here last time. I have returned. Wang Lin's voice slowly spread and fell from the sky into everyone's ears. Although it was only 3 simple words, these 3 simple words were like bolts of lightning falling from the sky. Everyone within the Soul Refining tribe cheered. As the Soul Refining tribe cheered, Wang Lin gradually descended and landed on the wall of the capital of the Fire Demon country. He had returned here once more after hundreds of years. Wang Lin's return caused a frenzy among the Soul Refining tribe members. The Fire Demon country was renamed to the Soul Refining sect by Wang Lin. The Soul Refining sect had millions of disciples. If you were to count all the soul fragments gathered by the disciples, it would be an unimaginable number. It could be said that the Soul Refining sect wouldn't be weak even in a rank 7 cultivation country. Wang Lin looked at the sky and muttered, "Senior Dan Tian, disciple has fulfilled the promise from back then." Although the method the millions of Soul Refining sect disciples cultivated wasn't complete, now that he had returned, he took out the complete methods without hesitation. Of course, the weakness Wang Lin left where he could take the soul fragments at any time wasn't changed. When all of the cultivation methods of the Soul Refining sect were passed down to the disciples, all of them entered a crazed cultivation stage. In addition, after hesitating for a while, Wang Lin left a copy of the 9-cycle celestial refining tactic he got from his 4th senior sister from the Purple Divine. This became the forbidden spell of the Soul Refining sect. If the 9-cycle celestial refining tactic was cultivated to the extreme, it was extremely powerful. Although it was useless to Wang Lin, it was like a celestial spell for the disciples of the Soul Refining sect. In addition, Wang Lin made a big decision. After placing down many restrictions, he entered the treasure pavilion, under the cover of countless soul fragments. The treasure pavilion was sealed by Wang Lin inside his body. He could easily enter it with a thought, so there was no need to take it out. Ever since he obtained it, he had only taken it out once. That time was right before he came here. He had set up a large amount of restrictions on planet Water Spirit and opened it. It was all to gift Sichu Nan a fortune. To this day, Wang Lin still remembered Sichu Nan's dumbfounded expression when he realized what the treasure pavilion was and what it represented in the celestial realm. This kind of expression was very rare to see from Sichu Nan. After he recovered, Sichu Nan's eyes shined brightly. Even at night, his eyes shined like the sun, revealing the excitement in his heart. Celestial spells were split into low, middle, and high quality. There were also top-quality celestial spells, but right now even a complete low-quality celestial spell could cause a catastrophe. The most widespread were incomplete celestial spells. Spells that were derived from these incomplete celestial spells were obviously weaker than the real thing. Only those powerful cultivators had the qualifications and strength to obtain complete celestial spells. However, complete celestial spells were too rare. There was no need to talk about complete middle-quality or high-quality celestial spells, they were enough to make any cultivator go crazy. Even cultivators at the Nirvana Shatara stage would be shocked by this. If they found out that the top level contained celestial spells left by Celestial Emperor Bai Fan, they would go crazy as well. After all, the treasure pavilion had preserved most of the celestial spells of the Thunder Celestial Realm. What's more, on the last floor, aside from Celestial Emperor Bai Fan's spells, there were also spells for Celestial Lords. It was a heavenly treasure for Nirvana Scatterer cultivators. If Nirvana Shatara cultivators would be like this, there was no need to talk about Nirvana Scryer and Nirvana Cleanser cultivators. That was why Wang Lin was extremely cautious about the treasure pavilion. Sichu Nan had obtained huge benefits inside the treasure pavilion. The ecstasy in Sichu Nan's eyes let Wang Lin know that although Sichu Nan's cultivation level hadn't increased, the celestial spells he obtained thanks to his talent would make Sichu Nan a terrifying force for the enemy to face. During that time, Wang Lin selected a middle-quality celestial spell called Gather Spirit. After comprehending it, he used it trade for the 3 Chen brothers' help. Their eyes were red, and they agreed to help without any hesitation. At this moment, Wang Lin searched through the treasure pavilion and took out 4 low-quality celestial spells. The cultivation of the current disciples of the Soul Refining sect was in an abnormal state. They had good control over souls and their entire cultivation relied on the soul flags. That's why the celestial spells Wang Lin picked were all related to the souls. However, celestial spells weren't something they could cultivate. Wang Lin had learned the fundamentals of the spells before splitting them into various forbidden spells that were passed down. As for Ouyang Hua, Wang Lin wasn't stingy. He took out a complete low-quality celestial spell called the Soul Refining Ascension to give Ouyang Hua as a reward for his hundreds of years of hard work. It wasn't that Wang Lin didn't want to give Ouyang Hua a middle-quality celestial spell, but Ouyang Hua's cultivation was too abnormal. If he used all 99 soul flags, he could battle an ascendant cultivator, but without the flags, his cultivation level would plummet. The Soul Refining Ascension was already very difficult for Ouyang Hua to cultivate. After all, it was a complete celestial spell. As for 13, Wang Lin spared no effort. He went into the celestial cave to find Lei Ji and returned after he obtained enough blood. 13 was soaked in Lei Ji's royal giant demon clan blood, allowing his body to undergo a huge change in a short period of time. Although the pain was not something an ordinary person could withstand, 13 endured it all. In the end, after hesitating for a bit, Wang Lin's eyes lit up as he dropped a few drops of his own royal ancient god blood between 13's eyebrows. At this moment, 13's body trembled violently. Even with his mental fortitude, he couldn't withstand the pain. It felt as if something was devouring his body. After all of this, 13, who was reborn through the pain, exuded an aura like a demon god. The power of his body was strong enough to fight peak late-stage ascendant cultivators, and he was filled with endless potential. Just this wasn't enough, so Wang Lin took out a lot of treasures and melted them. Then he infused them into 13's body like how he refined a celestial god, but he didn't damage 13's soul. 13 endured the pain by holding on to his loyalty to Wang Lin, and after the countless treasures were infused, he had the body of a silver celestial god. He could withstand the attack of an illusory yin cultivator. He also still had his consciousness, so he was very different from a celestial god. After all, Wang Lin wouldn't refine 13 into a celestial god. Wang Lin had a lot of emotion toward 13 as he had basically watched 13 grow up. In Wang Lin's heart, he had two disciples. The elder disciple was 13 and the other was Xie back in all heaven. Wang Lin would not be stingy toward his own disciples, especially one so loyal. He chose a middle-quality celestial spell called Celestial Soul, divided it into 3 parts, and imparted them to 13. As long as 13 completely cultivated these 3 parts, he would be able to truly cultivate Celestial Soul. Aside from 13 and Ouyang Hua, there were several other leaders that were allowed to cultivate the forbidden spells Wang Lin had especially prepared for the Soul Refining Sect. Wang Lin didn't participate too much in the Soul Refining Sect, he allowed them to develop on their own. After teaching them spells, Wang Lin took a majority of the treasures he had gathered and used them for the sect's treasure pavilion. He let Ouyang Hua and company gift them to disciples that had contributed to the sect. After doing all this, Wang Lin completed a wish of his. Then he arrived before the stone statue without allowing anyone else to follow him. This black stone statue had already been moved to the valley behind the palace. Wang Lin wasn't unfamiliar with this place. He once came here and released ancient demon Bei Lu, allowing him to devour the ancient demon spirit here. The valley hadn't changed and was same as several hundred years ago. Standing here, Wang Lin had an illusion that he had returned to hundreds of years ago. However, the statue that originally stored the ancient demon spirit was now replaced with a black statue. The black statue was a carving of Wang Lin. Looking at the statue, Wang Lin had the illusion that the statue was looking at him. It was as if this statue was alive. Why is it like this? Wang Lin's eyes lit up. He had asked 13 about this matter and knew that it was only a normal stone carved into the image of Wang Lin based on their memory. At the start, only people who knew Wang Lin could vaguely tell it was him, and no one else could recognize him. After all, they weren't craftsmen. The stone statue was extremely rough as well. 13 and Ouyang Hua couldn't do much about it. They had made this carving to allow the ancestor to forever remain in their hearts, to allow this statue to become an existence like the statue of the ancient demons in the demon countries. However, the strange part was that as time passed and the soul refining tribe grew, the statue became smoother as countless people worshipped it every day. What shocked 13 and company was that not only was it no longer rough, it became smooth and began to slowly change. After hundreds of years, the statue that started out as a rough statue changed until it looked almost exactly like Wang Lin. Even his ancient aura from living over 1,000 years could be felt. 13 and company were very confused about this matter. They could only leave it as the ancestor's spirit. This stone statue made Wang Lin curious. There weren't many things that made Wang Lin curious, but he unconsciously wanted to get to the bottom of this matter. After all, this stone statue was too strange. Wang Lin frowned as he walked forward before the statue. He looked at the statue and then his expression suddenly changed. The feeling that the statue was looking back at him became instantly more clear at this moment. The surroundings weren't quiet, the cheers from the soul refining sect came from the distance. However, to Wang Lin, the world was quiet, as if nothing but him and the statue remained. There was a flash of coldness in Wang Lin's eyes. Then his hands formed a sword and he slowly pressed down between the eyebrows of the statue. This item is ominous. This was the first thought Wang Lin had when facing this statue. His right index finger moved like lightning toward between the eyebrows of the stone statue. At this moment, dark light shined out from the eyes of the stone statue and formed a strange rune between its eyebrows. This rune released a black mist that contained a strange power. The power entered the rune and blocked Wang Lin's finger. Wang Lin's index finger touched the rune without any hesitation. A ripple appeared where he touched the rune. The moment the ripple appeared, the mysterious power that fused into Wang Lin's divine sense seemed to awaken and spread across Wang Lin's origin soul like black ink. There was a flash of coldness in Wang Lin's eyes. He had already thought that there was something strange about this black stone statue, and it was as he expected. He let out a cold snort and the ancient god leather armor around his origin soul gave off a burst of green light. At the same time, his ancient thunder dragon origin soul released a muffled roar. Countless thunderbolts appeared in the sky above the valley Wang Lin was in. It wasn't only this valley. At this moment, the entire sky above the fire demon country was covered by endless thunder. This sudden change caused the soul refining sect members in the fire demon country to look up in confusion. As the thunder echoed across the world, not only the fire demon country, but the surrounding countries were covered in thunder as well. The countless bolts of thunder descending displayed the might of thunder. In almost an instant, more than half of the demon spirit land was shrouded in thunder. This sudden change caused the residents of the demon spirit land to panic. Even the demon generals and commander-in-chiefs were filled with fear as they looked up at the sky. They could vaguely tell that this thunder wasn't natural and was caused by a spell. Although all of this sounds long, it all only took a few seconds. With a roar of Wang Lin's ancient thunder dragon soul, all of the thunder that covered more than half of the demon spirit land rushed toward the valley behind the capital of the fire demon country. The flash of thunder caused a heaven-shattering rumble, as if the wrath of the heavens was descending to deal out punishment. If one looked from above, they would see countless bolts of thunder gather inside Wang Lin's body in the valley. Rumble, rumble, rumble. The continuous rumbles echoed as the bolts of thunder entered Wang Lin's origin soul. His ancient thunder dragon origin soul began to roar and started its battle with the black ink. Although the black ink was tenacious, thanks to the endless thunder, it was on the verge of collapse. After all, not much of this mysterious force had entered Wang Lin's divine sense. The moment that power first appeared, Wang Lin had surrounded it with origin energy. After constantly losing, the black ink rapidly retreated until it condensed into a dot. Just as it was about to leave Wang Lin's origin soul, the green light from the ancient god Leather Armor sealed all paths of retreat. Then all the thunder absorbed by his ancient thunder dragon origin soul was shot out in one blow. This attack landed on the black dot, causing it to collapse completely. All of this happened in an instant inside Wang Lin's body. There was a flash of coldness in Wang Lin's eyes as his right index finger pushed forward and the rune collapsed. The rune shattered into a shockwave that spread out, allowing Wang Lin's index finger to finally press down between the statue's eyebrows. The moment Wang Lin's index finger touched the statue, his peak mid-stage Nirvana Scryer cultivation, along with his powerful divine sense, rushed into the statue. I want to see exactly what this is. When Wang Lin's cultivation and divine sense entered, he felt an impact on his origin soul. What appeared before his divine sense was a strange land. This place was filled with white mist, it was almost a fog sea. Wang Lin only took a glance and recognized this white mist as the aura that come out of the heads of all the soul-refining tribe members when they worshipped the statue for the past hundreds of years. After letting out a cold snort, his divine sense spread out across this strange place. Then his eyes narrowed and his divine sense locked onto something ahead. His divine sense and cultivation fused together to form an illusion of Wang Lin, and arrived at where his divine sense was locked onto. This was the center of the statue, so this statue's dantian would be here. The mist before Wang Lin was even denser here, and there was a figure sitting within the mist that could barely be seen. Although it was blurred by the mist, Wang Lin could clearly tell that the figure was exactly the same as him. Aside from the pair of horns on its head. After seeing the pair of horns, Wang Lin's eyes shined. Ancient demon. The ancient demon that was exactly the same as Wang Lin had its eyes closed and remained motionless. The slivers of the white mist around it would sometimes enter its body. Wang Lin's expression was a bit strange. Aside from the pair of horns, the ancient demon was almost no different from him. Even the cold and aloof aura was exactly the same, along with the trace of loneliness and over 1,000 years of doubt comprehension. Even Wang Lin found it difficult to distinguish it from himself. What exactly is going on? Wang Lin's eyes lit up as he stared at the ancient demon that looked exactly like him. He waved his hand and a gust of wind blew away all the mist around the ancient demon. Wang Lin slowly approached and noticed some key points. Ancient gods could absorb origin energy through god salves to increase their cultivation level. The ancient demons belonged to the same ancient order clan, so they had to have similar methods. It was obvious that the entire demon spirit land was built for an ancient demons to absorb origin energy. Ancient demon Bei Lu once said that he was split into 9 parts, and that's how the 9 countries came to be. The people of the 9 countries gradually changed under the teachings of the ancient demon and learned spells. Then the 9 demon countries slowly formed from there onwards. Each ancient demon spirit was the top existence in each of the demon countries. They absorbed demonic energy from the people here to slowly heal, hoping to break through their restrictions. Then they would devour the other demon spirits to turn back into a real ancient demon. Wang Lin's arrival and his cooperation with ancient demon Bei Lu caused a heaven-shaking change to this stalemate that still required countless more years to end. With Wang Lin's help, ancient demon Bei Lu left his demon country and successfully devoured the ancient demon spirit in the fire demon country. Bei Lu became the strongest out of the remaining 8 ancient demon spirits and obtained the power to leave his country. If there are no accidents, once he digests the ancient demon spirit he devoured, he will devour the other 7 one by one until he becomes a true ancient demon. Wang Lin didn't know if Bei Lu was successful or not, but after seeing this ancient demon that looked exactly like him, he knew Bei Lu hadn't completely succeeded. As a 5-star royal ancient god, Wang Lin could tell at a glance that this ancient demon wasn't complete, it was even weaker than one of the 9 parts from back then. To be more accurate, this ancient demon was only a remnant. A remnant of an ancient demon spirit also knows to absorb demonic energy to heal itself, Wang Lin sneered. He now understood that the white mist coming from the heads of the soul-refining tribe members was faint demonic energy. All of the members of the soul-refining tribe were born in the demon spirit land. After seeing the ancient demon, Wang Lin understood the reason. While pondering, Wang Lin arrived next to the ancient demon that looked exactly like him. The ancient demon's eyes were still closed, without any signs of awakening. Wang Lin directly pressed down between the ancient demon's eyebrows and his divine sense entered the ancient demon to search its memories. He saw the originally sunny sky above the cloud demon country suddenly darken. A storm formed, and as clouds gathered, a blood-colored figure charged through the sky toward the royal 9-layered cloud demon tower. A sharp cry came out of the tower, and there was a hint of disbelief in this voice. The 9 spirits need to reunite into one. Only by becoming an ancient demon once more can we get rid of our regret. Cloud demon, we were originally one, and we have been separated for too long. Today, we will fuse once more. The name of the ancient demon will be Bei Lu. A demonic voice came from the blood shadow as it quickly charged into the cloud demon tower. A series of rumbles echoed across the world, and everyone inside the capital was sent into a panic. However, the rumble disappeared after a moment, but following that, the Cloud Demon Tower collapsed. As it collapsed, a blurred demonic shadow flew out and was surrounded by a bloodlight. Eventually, it was devoured by the bloodlight, which then turned into Bailu. It has been so long, yet this Cloud Demon's cultivation level hasn't increased at all. What a waste! It's a disgrace to me as an ancient demon. Bailu let out a cold snort and disappeared. The Cloud Demon country collapsed as there was no ancient demon spirit left. However, 3 days after Bailu left, an extremely weak shadow flew out from the ruins of the Cloud Demon Tower. It was filled with hatred and confusion as it carefully flew forward. This video will end here.